Last time on Cloudfall. The party was put to the test, as literally as that can possibly get. Aaron was torqued and twisted by robotic arms. Guy was bombarded and blasted by a jumbo gun barrel. Sojourn had a hell of a time high-stepping through an obstacle course. And in a beautiful moment of healing and collaboration, Doran and Poppy absolutely annihilated a big red button. With Forge Master Bump's full approval, they devised a plan to stop Avon. They're going to infiltrate the factory while Bump shuts down security along the way. But the window for success is narrow, and their odds are already slim. And what awaits them at the end is a cyborg demigod. They ended up back at the Shitty Horse with their newly adopted automaton friend. But just as they were getting settled in, they were swarmed by the same beetle-based surveillance drones they saw earlier. And a few of them got away. Doran, your heart is racing. You're awake, sitting up in bed in your room at the Shitty Horse. You're covered in sweat with tears streaming down your face. But this time you have no idea what you were dreaming about. Who else is in Doran's room?
Yeah, it's Guy.
Just Guy in there? Yeah. Guy, you're maybe up before him, maybe awakened by this. But Doran, you have that familiar feeling of falling within you and no memory of it. And Guy, you see Doran sitting with terror in his eyes and tears down his face.
Are you all right, Doran?
It's been worse lately. I get up and just basically throw the comforter on the floor and check for a linens closet, see if there's another sheet at least, because those are drenched through. So
yeah, Guy, you can see this kind of outline of Doran on the bed of sweat. And Doran's sifting through the closet here for sheets.
As I touch the cabinet, I cast light upon the drawer so I can see a little bit better.
Doran, you pull out a fresh set of linens and look over this room, and you feel like you've barely slept, like you're not ready for what's to come.
Has it been worse since we've returned here to Dawn's Edge?
You know, now that you say it, I think so. It's hard to say. You know, today's a big day, that's for sure.
There is a lot at stake. The people of this city don't know it, but they're counting on us to overthrow this robot overlord.
I sit down on the bed and look over at Guy. You've been in the public eye, and everything I've done, it's been hard just to do it from the shadows almost. And a lot of this is for someone. We're visible to people in a way that I just never intended. How do you handle it?
Knowing that there are people out there counting on you can be a great motivator, but it can also be something that can spiral you out of control.
I can't say that that's what's going on, really. It feels like it's not in my control, but...
Doran, you suddenly feel a swelling, a sort of vibration in the room. It's that same noise that you heard the other day when your string snapped. It's like an orchestra just growing all around you, and it's taking over until Guy is talking to you, and it's starting to drown out what he's saying, and the panic in your eyes is visible.
Okay, I get up on the bed and look around. Can I tell if it's coming from somewhere, or...
Guy, you see Doran looking side to side, frantically searching for something as if there's an intruder in the room. Guy, make an Arcana check.
And so that's why I always say, 17.
Very nice, yeah. Guy, you see Doran looking around this room, and you see him kind of turning pale once again, and you can see the sweat glistening on his forehead. And for a second, you can see a blue flame licking off of Doran's body.
Oh, all right. What's really going on, Doran? Are you okay?
Are we going to be under attack? Like...
Well, yes, later today there will be attacks, I'm sure.
Maybe we're not safe in this room.
Meanwhile, in the other room.
I think Sojourn did not spend the night in this room.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think she stayed up late talking to Serve. And I don't know what happened aside from that, but I think that she was trying to connect with someone from her people and come clean about her situation.
Yeah. And how much did you tell Serve about what you had done?
I think I tell him everything because I don't think Sojourn would have felt comfortable having any sort of intimacy with him without him knowing exactly what she had done.
This could be the one. I'm going to trauma bomb him.
Honestly. It was more like, I'm giving you a disclaimer and a chance to back away.
The two of you went on a walk at 2 a.m. about town, and you didn't go far. You were staying in Elm District, but you were in the parks, and the two of you were laying on opposite sides of a tree, kind of talking over your shit, the worst things that Serve had done. Serve has a little bit of a technically criminal background, the way that he survived for a while, but he was stealing for himself until he got a job and figured out what jobs were. But when you tell him what you had done, there's a long pause. But he comes around. There's no judgment there.
Yeah, I think after talking things through with Sojourn, she gets some catharsis from that and from feeling that acceptance from someone of her own people. Like, it was one thing to hear it from these people that do all sorts of crazy shit all the time, but to have that piece of home, that acceptance meant a lot. And I think Sojourn also took in a lot of what Serve said about his own past and maybe had some perspective shifts as far as, like, the powers that exist in this world, the structures that exist in this world, and an understanding of maybe the things that I thought were good because they were powerful aren't good and aren't as powerful as I thought.
The part of the conversation that sticks with you the most that night was exactly that. And during a lull in the conversation, you remember Serve saying, "There's no reason for all of it. The way things are now, the way these humans work, it all just shook out this way. And society's so funny to us, but who's to say anything's good or bad? I mean, it's bad when people die, yeah, but it's too open-ended. It's too open-ended to judge yourself like that."
Yeah, I'm starting to see that. Like, yeah, I made choices, but I was misinformed, and maybe there's a lot of that happening around us, and maybe there's some bad still happening in the world, and maybe I can do something about it.
You can. He turns around the tree for the first time in an hour to look at you. He says, "It's never too late. Never. I mean, you've already turned a new leaf, but you're on the right path. Don't doubt that."
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she reaches out a hand and grabs his and holds it tight.
Back in the room, Poppy and Aaron. Between you two, who got up first?
Probably me.
Cookies.
Cookies. I think this is the first time we've kind of not been partying or fighting or running from something in a while. Not that we don't already have plans.
Have stuff to do, yeah.
But we have a home base for now. So I think she's getting back into routine. So I'll get up at like 4.
Yeah.
And start preparing some stuff for the fight ahead.
Can you just tell me what you're baking today?
I'm going to make a poppy seed pop-off. It's the one that, like, if you roll 15, you can roll again. And, like, if you keep getting higher, yeah.
Yeah, as long as you roll higher than 15, you continue to roll your d20s to hit.
Yes. And if you crit with this, you deal an extra 1d12. The intent is to give it to Guy.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll crit. We don't know. I think I'll make a Buzzy Bee cake pop.
Nice. The electric ones from Baxi? Perfect.
Good choice.
And I think I'll hold off on the other 2 until we know what we're up against.
Got it.
But we'll do that, and I'll just make like a batch for the tavern that we're staying in.
Being that Aaron is still asleep during most of this, you keep looking at Aaron sleeping. And like, as you're moving about the room, whatever, you're trying to be considerate, conscientious. What are your thoughts of Aaron as you see them defenseless, asleep?
I can murder them right now. Just kidding. We've never seen Aaron relax before. I don't know. It's just cute. I feel proud that they're willing to sleep in the same room without fear for their life.
Yeah.
So.
Bigger question. Aaron, are you actually asleep?
Yeah, I mean, I think Aaron is used to sleeping like in weird places, but they tend to just kind of like roll over to the other side and pretend nothing's happening and whatever. So more of a person of the evening in general, Aaron is.
A lady of the night.
Yes. A changeling of the night. So yeah, I think Aaron kind of is like half awake, but hearing things, but not really like consciously thinking about it. So
And
yeah.
Poppy's like humming off key, whatever.
When Aaron starts to smell some of like the breakfast food and stuff, or breakfast buns that Poppy's maybe making, I think that rouses them a little bit more. The familiar scent at this point probably is like smelling good right about now.
You don't have to get up yet, but I made cinnamon buns, but I can bring them to you in bed.
Oh yeah, I want that.
Okay.
Poppy will tuck her fluffy little blanket around Aaron and put a plate with a cinnamon bun next to them.
Aaron just shuts their eyes and opens their mouth.
Here you go. Okay.
Aaron,
Go back to sleep.
you feel a cold little greasy hand on you, and you hear, "It's time to rise and shine!" It's a pinch with Owlie's
Oh my god!
marble in his
Oh
mouth.
my god! Aaron jumps out of the bed. Like, what the fuck? And I have a bun in my mouth.
In that exact moment, all of you and Guy and Doran hear a clamor out in the main room. It is a sort of like metal, like dinging, rattling sound. It's actually a steel triangle being rung, like a dinner bell almost. And you hear,
"Breakfast is served."
I forgot about Robert.
Ribbit.
I forgot about Robot Pattinson.
How could we ever forget? Oh my gosh, I forgot that Pinch talks now.
Yeah, he's quite the morning person.
Wow. That's weird because he's an owl.
He's not an owl.
"He's an owl on the inside."
He's the essence of an owl.
He was an owl.
Poppy, it's what on the inside that counts.
I know that.
Okay, good.
He's just a marble on the inside.
Wow.
Poppy, you open the door to the Shitty Horse, the main bar room there. You see Robot Pattinson. He's feebly dragging himself across the floor with a plate in his hand, trying to set the table.
Sojourn is walking behind him, like arms out, like, I don't think you have to do it like this.
Serv is looking up at all of you. He's like, I tried to stop him. He's just dead set on making y'all breakfast.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice and all, but he broke a lot of plates.
Just so many.
So sorry.
Well, anyway, hope y'all like beer for breakfast.
No.
No, Poppy made these buns. Eat up.
Yeah, I made cinnamon buns.
Oh, don't worry, Daddy. I've got it covered. I didn't know if you preferred organic matter or glass, so I made both. Please consume.
Did you combine them?
It's a garnish.
Great.
I'll try a little glass on mine.
That was so nice of you, Robot Pattinson.
Eat up. You've got a big day ahead of you.
Yes, we do. I hope we're all feeling 100%. Glancing at Doran.
Got a little bit of shut-eye. Maybe I just need a lot more of that beer breakfast.
Or a lot more glass.
Nope. Good on glass. Got it as much as I need, actually.
Yes, the glass was a poor addition. I did not care for that.
What was the organic matter?
You don't want to know.
Okay.
It looks like a mixture of dirt and grass, things like that. Yeah, any kind of like crumbs or old food he could find.
Mikey should be here. He loves this stuff.
You're all sitting at the table kind of wondering how to handle this situation when you hear a sudden dinging noise, an echo bell. Doran, it's Rune coming through. Says, guys! Hello?
This is Alpha. Do you copy?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Team Alpha, this is Rune. Forget it. This is Rune. It's, I don't know if you know what time it is, but you guys kind of got to get a move on if you're going to make it to the factory for the 9 a.m. window. Probably want to be in position like a couple minutes ago.
Oh, shoot.
I mean, next shot is at noon, which is fine, but if you wanted to make the 9 a.m.,
Why should we make the 9 a.m.?
well, more chances is better, right? Who knows what'll happen?
Are we ready?
I think we'll be ready.
I apologize. I've been eavesdropping still on everything that happens to you, but I just, if I can keep your calendar for you, that's a value add, right?
We appreciate it, I think. Well, yeah, great for checking in. Maybe we'll take our breakfast to go. And then, unfortunately, we got to leave Robot Pattinson behind, so...
Aaron's not so subtly picks up a plate of dirt glass and just throws it out a broken window behind them. And then, sets the plate back down. So good. Yeah. It was great.
I'm glad you like it.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well, Rune, thanks for checking in. Anything else? Any tips?
Actually, yeah. Okay, well, since I'm not, directly involved, I did stay up all night, and I had an idea. I've been working on something that might help us. Something that could potentially disable Avon.
Okay.
But I can't have you planning around it, because I honestly don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can pull it off in time. Just keep in touch throughout the day.
Yeah, I'll keep the echo bell close. You just check in. We're never too busy to hear from you.
Good.
We'll leave now.
Good, perfect.
Coffee to go, so
all right.
9 a.m. we'll shoot for it.
Good. Beta out, I guess.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure. I get it mixed up and thought it might be Mikey, so.
Yeah, you hear it at a distant, Mikey, why are we beta?
All right, Alpha out.
Yeah, we gotta go. Coffee to go. Poppy, can we do?
Where'd you get the coffee?
I'll get some boxes.
That's okay. That's okay.
No, what's it? Actually, I could probably use this. I'll take a couple jars of dirt glass.
It's effectively a terrarium.
Yeah, perfect. Are you okay staying here and holding down the fort?
I live to serve.
Okay, perfect. Serve will be giving you your orders today.
That's confusing. I live to serve, but serve as a person.
You live to help serve.
Yes.
Good.
Thanks, Daddy.
You're welcome, son.
I love you.
I love you too.
No.
This is charming. Warms my heart. Let's go.
All right.
Guy wants to linger behind a little bit.
Yeah.
Aaron, do you have a moment
Yeah.
before we go?
What's up?
Everyone else is left, I guess, while I talk to Aaron?
Gone.
Yeah. Something is up with Doran.
What do you mean?
He woke up in the middle of the night multiple times, I think.
He does have a small bladder.
Not just for that. Very sweaty, worried. I think being back home is really getting to him. I know you two had a bit of a spat.
Wait, what did he tell you? How do you know about that?
He told me very little. I have noticed the two of you have been not as close since we've been here.
I guess that's true.
Dad is uncomfortable.
Dad's like, I never wanted to have this conversation with my child.
Anyway, look, you and me, we've both had a chance to face our demons, as it were, with the Blight. Me with Viren and you with Diver. It's just Doran, not only his whole past, but Lyrian and Venom. It's all coming to a head here, and I'm worried he can't handle it alone.
Well, I mean, we're not abandoning him.
No, we'll be together. What I mean is, well, we both know he has the tendency to go off the deep end, as it were, take matters into his own hands. If he is too far gone, I believe you're the only one who can pull him back.
I'll keep that in mind.
Very well.
Well, thanks for keeping an eye on him last night.
Yes, it was quite troubling to see. Not relaxing at all.
We'll figure it all out. But we better go.
Doran, you can't just live on coffee. You have to eat something. You're so grumpy in the morning. Have a cinnamon roll.
It's so hard to chug coffee. There's a good espresso spot.
Just eat the bun first. Coffee's so acidic.
It is. Yeah. Okay. What is this?
Are we eating or are we running?
It's a cinnamon roll.
Eating on the go.
Dummy.
Cinnamon roll? Okay. I chow that down.
Guy and Aaron kind of catch up with the group here. The rest of you were waiting not far outside the shop, so as soon as they walk out, it's like, oh, hey. But as you all start out towards that market foundry, moving down the main street of Elm District here, you feel an unseasonably warm and humid morning. And you can see leaves floating through the wind on the park as autumn approaches here. Except those aren't leaves. You see a sudden swarm of surveillance bugs. But these are different. These are faster and leave a blue luminous trail as they shift with lightning speed. In a flash, they are upon you. I need a con save from all 5 of you.
It's for friends.
Natural 20.
Natural 1.
14.
Well, I thought I'd be better at those. 13.
11.
All right. Everyone but Doran is blinded as these things come close.
Ah.
Oh my gosh.
Doran, since you succeeded, make an investigation roll.
16?
Yeah. With a 16, what you note here is that these are a direct improvement upon what you saw last night. They are countering the ways in which you attacked the bugs last night. They're too fast for you to hit. They seem to be resistant to the humid atmosphere here. You see them circling your friends at light speed, much quicker than before. And Doran, you witness it happen, but you can't do anything before they're all gone. They all start dispersing in different directions with their little glowing butts. All cocky and snarky. They've scanned you.
Let's make sure we hit the 9 a.m. window. Whatever they did, I think our best chance is to move fast.
Oh, I can hardly see. How is everyone else doing?
Oh,
One, flew right into my eye.
that's fine. It gives me time to get an espresso. I'll be right back.
No.
Just stay where you are. Hold hands.
By the time you can all see again, Doran is gone.
Once he comes back, I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Nice.
He gets so jittery.
I'm sorry, I didn't sleep well. Got a couple extras. You can pass them around.
Yeah, I take one.
Okay. All right. You all start to move across town as fast as you can. Last time you tried to get to the market foundry, it took you a while, and you're not exactly sure of the route. I need one of you to make a survival check.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Defo me.
This is Sojourn trying to wayfind back to the Market Foundry.
29.
Oh, just barely enough, yeah.
Just barely.
Plus 11, baby.
All right. Sojourn, you pass by the alleyway that you've been through like multiple times that had all those like welding sparks and steam traps and all that kind of shit. And you're like, hey, let's take not that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
No way.
For that reason, none of you have to roll on the Foundry Hazards table on the way back to the Market Foundry.
Yay.
There's a sign that says, like, the bad way.
The bad way, yeah.
While we're going, I'm going to cast Aid
Okay.
on Sojourn, Doran, and myself. Your hit point max and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Nice.
And then I'm going to give Guy a poppy seed pop off. Don't eat this yet. Because it only lasts for a minute.
Of course.
Okay?
Thank you, Poppy.
I'll hold on to the Buzzy Bee Cake Pop.
All right. As you near the Market Foundry, an automaton suddenly starts to keep step with your whole group. You can see that giant factory that you were kind of almost above last time you went to go speak with Forge Master Bump, and those automatons that walked by you and they kept like shouting the place they were going to.
Yeah.
But this one is saying,
Foundry entrance. Foundry entrance. Foundry entrance.
and then the voice suddenly switches to Forge Master Bump's voice, and it says,
In case you were suspicious, this is indeed the beginning of your infiltration. Please follow this unit to the Foundry entrance. Foundry entrance. Foundry entrance.
That sounded like him.
All right.
That's our ticket.
As you near the facility, you find yourself beneath the Forge Master Bump's platform. You see this colossal garage door in front of you. Just as you round that corner, you hear a deep grinding of gears and chains as that door begins to lift. It's 9 o'clock. And for just a moment, you can see deep into the foundry itself, this glimmering tangle of shining steel and the orange glow of heat. And that door is fully open, but you also see a little series of lights above it, indicating that you've got just a few seconds to make it in, as this orderly march of automatons starts coming out of it, the freshest production off the line.
We run in, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna click my heels and grab onto somebody.
Doran.
No, I'm not grabbing Doran.
No, sorry. Doran needs to make a charisma save.
+4.
27.
Okay, Doran, you feel that familiar hum of that background orchestra, that rumbling of the city beneath you. But you know the task at hand. You have to drown that out, or you will fail.
I run in. I run into the forge.
As you all start moving in towards the forge, those automatons seem to mostly disregard you. But I need everyone to make a dex save as you move through that crowd.
Is this stealth?
This is stealth-based.
Everyone
Yes.
plus 10.
19 for Doran.
That is a nasty 20.
15.
33.
Okay, so that's a 20.
Okay? You're all fine. Except for Sojourn.
I was too busy making sure everyone else was quiet.
Yeah. Everyone be quiet. I guess.
Sojourn, you just barely bump shoulders with an automaton as they're walking out here. They all completely ignored you until you touched one of them. And all of a sudden it just turns around, looks directly at you, stands stock straight. Another automaton behind it runs into that one, causes a chain reaction. This whole line stops and stares at you. The rest of you are inside the factory. Sojourn is outside. Doran, you look up at the lights on top of the door. You've got 2 seconds to fix this.
Hidden step. I'm invisible.
You're invisible. Perfect.
Good job, Doran.
Pat myself on the back for 2
I
seconds.
don't need no man. Yeah, I'm invisible, and I take a couple of slow steps back
Yeah.
to get away from the
Yeah.
automaton group.
You hear the clanging of a door shut. Sojourn, you're on the wrong side. Everyone else is inside.
What? Oh, no.
You need to find another way in, and fast. Everyone else inside. You're in a large, huge manufacturing floor with a curved metal ceiling high above, and it's noisy as hell in here. There's fast-moving mechanical arms and modules flying across the scene at dangerous speeds, and then it all stops completely without prelude.
A malfunction has been detected in assembly. Forge Master Bump is on site for repairs.
You all look up in the upper mezzanine. You see Forge Master Bump moving around here. This is your window of opportunity. This is the shutdown. He is pretending to repair something while you all move through this section. Sojourn, you're on the other side. You can just barely hear that announcement.
John, could you do the thing where you...
Who's that?
Oh,
John?
my God. Sorry. Doran, can you do the thing? Journey... Oh, my fucking God.
Okay.
Sorry.
And the sneeze. All right, last
Start
time
over.
on Cloudfall.
Doran, Sojourn got stuck behind the door. Can you do the thing? Grabbing her?
I touch Aaron on the shoulder. I'll take care of it. I'm going to cast Death Ward on Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to disintegrate the door.
What?
Wait, maybe that's a bad idea.
That's
my
a
high-level
terrible
spell.
idea.
I meant
a
the
good
portal.
spell.
The portal thing, not portal, the dimension door.
Okay, hold on,
Is that what
hold on.
that's?
Doran lines up finger guns and closes one eye.
Can I investigate for buttons or levers to open the door again?
Let's do Poppies first.
Okay.
I cast Death Ward on the door and disintegrate.
Disintegrate Aaron, yeah.
17?
17?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look behind you. You absolutely see the controls for the garage door. You also see, kind of on that upper mezzanine that Bump is on, there's another way in here. The door is still open. If only you knew that was there, you could have just gone up that way instead.
Journey.
Still not my name.
Fucking shit.
Also not her name.
Sojourn.
Yeah.
There's a door up on top.
All right, yeah, I'll make it. I'll go that way.
Okay.
I have described it to you in great detail.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash up to the upper platform and try and find a way in there.
Yeah, the rest of you are all waiting nervously inside as everything continues to kind of progress here. You see Forge Master Bump is kind of nervously looking over his shoulder back at all of you. And for just a second, he makes this, like, go on motion.
I touch Aaron on the arm and try to stealthily cast Death Ward. We'll make it through this. It's going to be all right. Let's go.
Okay. It would have been great if this Forge Master gave us, like, any sort of directions or a map or something.
I think he's getting a kick out of this, personally.
When you all look into this room, the first thing you notice, all of you, is that there are little pinches everywhere. They seem to be the custodians of this place, the bottom-tier workers getting in the nooks and crannies of it all.
Are these like the mecha pinches? Or-
Yes,
Yeah.
these are mecha pinches. They have little, like, steel dresses on, it looks like, and little aprons full of tools. They're all specialized for some different thing or another. But even watching them now, you can see that these things just sacrifice themselves for no reason. They just, like, crawl into a furnace to repair something while they're melting. That's the level of duty they perform here.
It seems their design has caught on beyond just Virenship.
He was never supposed to be a slave.
Could probably take a couple of these to clean up after Mikey. We still got that bag?
Oh, I took the ones from the Leviathan. They're all on the ship.
Oh, okay.
They're in the walls.
I think we've picked up enough robot companions lately.
Yeah, let's just try to get through this without drawing too much attention to ourselves. Hopefully Sojourn can get back to us quick.
Is there a clear direction we're supposed to be going?
This place is fairly linear, actually. The setup of
Love
the whole
it.
factory makes sense to you. Forge Master Bump is inspection. That is the final stage. You are moving backwards through the production of robots.
So we're starting where they're, like, done,
This is assembly where all the pieces get put together. Yep.
and we're
Okay.
working our way back. Okay.
Yep.
And so presumably Father is at the beginning?
The very beginning,
Okay.
prototype.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Sojourn, you break through in that upper mezzanine. You're on the same level as Forge Master Bump. Up here, looking down, you see a sea of pinches. But in general, this place is completely stopped for repairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down to wherever the rest of the group is.
You don't see much of a ladder. You want to jump or what?
For sure.
Can I see Journey?
You got any of that rope?
You hear a sort of clamor on the platform above you, and you look up and see Sojourn.
I'm gonna do the echo bell to Sojourn and say,
Sojourn, Can you see the factory and where we're supposed to go from there? Can you get a visual on like a path?
Yeah, can I do a quick glance around to see what's going on, lay of the land?
Give me a investigation with advantage.
Oh, my investigation is so bad.
Advantage. Hey.
13.
Okay. Again, fairly linear. It's a straight path, and there's another kind of garage door at the end of this area here that is sectioned off from the next one. When you look into that next area, you see what's to come, and it's these colossal stamps, these giant iron beds that they're casting the metal pieces together.
Yeah. Aaron, I think I see where we're supposed to go next. I'm going to find a way down.
Well, quick, everyone take a corner of this cloak of Small Castle. We'll give you a landing pad.
Great. I'm going to hop into the net.
Okay. Sojourn, as you're about to jump, give me a perception check.
Oh, 16.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to the edge of the mezzanine here, about to jump into that blanket, and you take one last look up at Forge Master Bump. He's looking at you. You can tell that something has gone wrong already. He's looking at you with concern, and he's shaking his head side to side. Go ahead and make that jump. That's an athletics check to jump down.
Is there any way that before I jump I can just touch him?
You'd have to walk a bit to get to him, but you certainly can.
I see his look of concern, and I walk back, and I just put a hand on his arm, and
Sure.
I want to try and use my Ganymede ability.
Okay. The rest of you notice that Sojourn is walking around the mezzanine as you're holding out this tarp to catch her. Do you, walk to catch her?
kind of shuffle to
Yeah.
the side she's on.
Poppy's holding under a corner, but like floating along with it.
And Sojourn, to your surprise, this does work. He's a creature, a thing with will and a being all his own. You catch on. When you connect with him, you feel concern, a certain betrayal. Things are not going the way he expected them to.
I'm just going to look at him and quietly say, Is it the bugs?
He looks down and looks back up at you, and he says,
He is far ahead of us.
the entire room lurches into motion again. He says,
Forge Master Bump, repairs have been completed. Reporting to Avon for further instruction.
under his breath, you hear,
Oh, I'm sorry. You're on your own.
Do what you got to do. And then I'm going to take a running leap.
yeah, give me that athletics check.
Just an incredible, just absolute downturn.
How about a number, though?
If it was the bottom number that you can do, that's the one that I've hit now. So there's nowhere left to go but up for me.
Except you're going down.
Except I am jumping down into
There's other places to
into
go.
a cloth, one corner of which is being held by a floating halfling.
The board will have to assume that was a natural one.
'Twas a 1.
All right.
It's the corner that wasn't being held up.
You're kind of like following Sojourn across the room, you know, as they travel across the mezzanine, trying to keep the blanket ready for them. And before Sojourn jumps, you all suddenly get concerned, and you let your arms go slack with the
Oh, look, a quarter.
And I do a beautiful swan dive.
Sojourn swan dives and just
Oh no. Sojourn.
And Sojourn broke her neck that day.
that's 8 bludgeoning damage, Sojourn.
Great, thank you.
As soon as you hit the ground, everyone pulls the blanket taut, and they're like, oh.
Love it. So fun.
You psyched us out. That was not our fault.
I feel like we really did not do good at the team trust fall
I had an
exercise.
itchy part of my back, and I had to get it. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It was just a washer, not a quarter.
Oh,
I'm gonna be fine.
that makes sense.
I stand up and I shake myself like a dog.
Aaron, you suddenly dodge out of the way as a mechanical arm comes whizzing through this room.
Oh, we gotta get out of here, you guys.
All right, hopefully the next room is safer.
Yeah, the big metal stampy room. So safe.
We gotta get through that door on the other side.
You're all walking single file through this assembly hall now, and everything is lurching perfectly in sync with an unstoppable rhythm driving this process. You see automaton bodies meeting automaton arms and heads and legs, and with a blinding flash at the welding station, it is made whole. a fresh warrior for Avon's ranks. But there's a step after that. You see a machine arm descend from the ceiling, and it places a needle-like rod against the neck of an automaton. And with a flash of pink light, you see it suddenly light up more than just awareness, but something less than life.
Do we think that's Bismite?
That's absolutely what it looks like. You've seen this any number of times. You've seen this come from Bismite. You've seen this come from people. This pink energy.
Let's not get distracted. I mean, we gotta take this off at its source.
It's just gonna keep making more of them.
Not once we can get to Avon.
Poppy, you turn to your right and notice a cluster of pinches all staring at you.
Carry on.
They look at each other and then look back at you.
Do your work.
A few of them turn about and continue back at their work, welding and grinding and polishing.
Can you bring us to Father?
Two of them start to lead the group, pulling you along through this area, creating a safe path for you.
I guess that worked.
Poppy, roll survival with advantage.
Roll to survive.
Roll to survive.
5.
Oh my god, that's insane.
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Yeah.
And then a 1 for guidance.
Poppy has this moment of connection with these pinches, and you all see Poppy has this austere look of understanding on her face. She looks up at all of you and gives you this kind of follow me, it's going to be okay sort of look.
Finally.
And then all of the pinches lead you towards
Maybe
this.
Poppy is useful. Let's see.
What the fuck?
The pinches in tandem, the two of them, keep ushering you and gesturing you with this excited, come on, come along, sort of gesture. And they lead you up to a disposal furnace, and they're like, go ahead, jump in.
After you.
One of them climbs in and disposes of themselves.
Poppy, that's not the right direction. Sojourn did not go up the stairs.
The other one gets on the furnace and kind of gestures at you to join him and then jumps into the furnace.
Okay. If they aren't made of dough, don't trust them. That's what we've learned here today.
All right.
Sounds good.
At the same time, you notice whatever anonymity you had before is starting to evaporate. A lot of these automatons, as they come to life, they stand up and they all turn their heads towards you. They don't move, they don't attack, they don't do anything, but they're all looking at you.
Are there spare robot parts?
Yes, tons.
Like body pieces?
Arms, legs,
I
torsos,
know where this is going.
feet,
I'm going to grab a head
feet, okay?
and put it on.
You put it on. What do you mean by put it on?
It's not a helmet.
On top of your head?
Yeah. I'm trying to not look like me.
I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to replace my head with a robot head.
That's
Perfect.
perfect.
I'm going to do disguise self to look like an automaton.
Okay.
Can Aaron change into one?
You're the only fleshy one, but yeah.
I'm going to use alter self to look like a pinch bot.
Okay, perfect.
And I'll hand the head I picked up to Doran.
I
Yeah.
don't want this.
We don't need it. It's fine. Can we just go to the exit?
Yeah, let's just go.
Okay.
Yeah. Last question. Who is leading the group to the exit?
I do. Sojourn does.
Great.
I look
Sojourn.
like an automaton, and I'm going to lead them toward the door.
Okay.
Yes.
Give me a dex save.
Let's hear your best automaton voice.
Automaton, please help us.
Come with me.
With the accent, too.
Good.
Yes.
Dex save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25. I'm back.
Yeah. You see another one of those electrode arms descend from the ceiling, about to charge up another automaton. What do you do to it as it comes towards you?
Ooh. Oh, like it's trying to install one on me?
Yes.
Oh,
It's trying to bring you to life.
I want to just
Wake up.
I just want to crack whatever mechanism is on the end of the arm
Yeah.
so that it's misaligned.
Yeah. Yeah. You grab that needle and just break the fucking thing off. It's no longer effective at awakening these automatons.
Can I see any
Seems good.
bismite crystal within the thing she just broke?
Give me a perception check here.
18.
You get a thorough analysis of this arm here. It seems to be powered by something. There's a sort of wire or tube running through it. No bismite crystal here, but Aaron, following that tube up through the ceiling, you see it goes farther through this facility. That tube runs all the way back.
I don't like that. I can't get any sense of bismite power now, as if I were to try to take power. I can't. I don't.
You might be able to.
Do I feel it in the thing anymore?
Yes.
That's hanging down?
I mean, yeah, it's still in there.
Okay, I'm kind of imagining it like broken and limply now, just the arm hanging down in front of us.
Yeah.
Aaron's gonna try to take the bismite power, which I don't think we've successfully.
Nobody's done that yet.
Done?
I think they've done it from
I think we've
bismite
tried. I
crystals.
think we've tried.
We've
Yeah.
tried.
Yeah.
It never works.
Yeah, sure, I'll try it. What's the worst that can happen?
So much.
What's the worst that can happen? I'm basically already a shadow husk. That's my character's tagline. What do I do?
As an action, you make a bismite roll against the target. So you add your bismite score to this roll.
I add it. I think I'm at a 2. 13.
Yeah, this thing doesn't have a lot of contrary power. You all see Aaron look up and make a sort of grasping motion at this arm.
Everyone
Give me.
like milking.
Yeah. Aaron begins to milk the robot arm,
Oh, no.
and this pink light floats towards them. Aaron, your HP are topped out. Your spell slots are also topped out if you had any, which you don't.
Can I get like a bismite arrow or something?
You don't have spell slots.
Just
I don't have spell slots, and my HP is already at 80.
Sure. We'll give you a buff called Bismite Charged. Let's just remember that next time.
Bismite charge.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
gotta shoot one off.
It's okay. We can edit the show.
Thank God we edit the show.
All right.
What do you mean? That was great.
Yeah. All right. At the end of this room, you all come up to a much smaller garage door than the one before. There's not much of a need for a huge opening here. But on this door, you see a pad with buttons.
Doran.
This is my moment.
You were made for this.
I push everyone aside and approach.
I thought you said you had to push every button.
My moment.
Like in the elevator.
Yeah, yeah.
Every floor.
This is it. All right, Mr. Plus One Buttons.
Yeah. So how many are we talking?
It is a 10-digit pad, and it seems it needs some kind of code to open this garage door here.
And they're letters or numbers?
Numbers. Just 10 letters. Any 10 letters.
Okay, I'm going to investigate.
Okay.
If I can take a moment to investigate. I'm
Yep.
looking for any sort of indication of what the number sequence could be.
A +1 to investigation.
Great. 12.
Not good.
Because it's a button-related investigation?
yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just try the buttons.
Okay.
I didn't see anything. Can't hurt.
Wait. Can I look?
You know what?
Wait, guidance.
Let's try guidance first.
Okay.
For the
Guidance.
button press?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
+3.
Oh,
So 15?
15, yeah.
15. Okay.
I don't have to lick it.
Yes, you don't have to lick it.
Okay, perfect.
Doran, with a 15, you can tell that rough automaton hands have just slammed the shit out of a few of these buttons. You've got a pretty good idea of what buttons are involved here, not necessarily the order.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to give it a shot.
Okay.
What numbers are they?
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, and 9 have all been pressed.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's most of them.
Yeah.
That's most of them.
It is most of them.
I mean, I'm gonna try it.
What order do you press those buttons in?
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9.
Interesting.
Huh? Why? Why would you do that?
That's the order I noticed them.
A long time ago, Doran had a friend named Jenny.
What's happening?
Both Doran and Sojourn get nosebleeds, and the garage door opens. Looking into that next room, you can all see that molten metal is flowing through here at high speeds. And what look like rows of slightly angled beds are casting boxes for these automatons. They create a full warrior's worth of parts in a single press. And it's deafening every time they land. These giant stamps from above, pressing out molten metal into robot parts.
All right, we don't have to cross through there, right?
You realize almost instantly that there is no path through this chamber without stepping over those giant steel stamps.
Shit.
Yeah.
Can I look around and see if there's any like off buttons or like keypads or control pad areas?
Big lever.
Big
Yeah.
levers.
Give me investigation.
A key. I also realize I have Corey's key ring.
Where'd you get
That's
those?
right.
I stole it from him a long time
That's
ago.
right, you
Holy
do.
shit.
I didn't steal from him. We had him wrapped up in ropes the first time we brought him to Bob's,
Yes, and you looted him.
and I looted him.
So it's the key to his sad bachelor apartment.
Give me investigation with advantage.
Okay, thank you.
We find the break room, and there's a locker.
It says Corey on it.
It's just got like 5 extra pairs of underwear.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
You need to know what it really was?
No.
My
What?
bonus.
Oh.
No.
No, it was a real number.
Wait, you guys lie about your dice
No,
rolls?
I meant with my bonus pluses and
It's really
stuff.
7. but-
Okay.
Yeah, right.
No. Natural 20.
Aaron, you, with your Ganymede eyes, you realize you're focused in about 100 feet away on a keyhole that not only opens up the garage, but also would turn off everything here. Only caveat is you have to make it there.
No, that's fine. Aaron adjusts their spider hat.
Fuck me.
What a cheater.
And Aaron's just going to find a clear path of wall. She's going to... Sorry.
Fuck your puzzles.
Aaron's gonna look first to watch for like, a minute to see where any steam and random shit's popping out of holes.
Smart, good.
Yeah.
Because they got burned last time they walked on a wall in
Yep.
this place.
Yep.
So I'm gonna observe first for a minute, and then I'm gonna find the patterns, and I'm gonna spider walk across one of the walls to get around everything to the keyhole.
Guidance.
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 Bardic inspiration too.
Thank you.
And you get to share.
I'll give my inspiration to Puppy.
Poppy, you also have Bardic
What do I
inspo.
get?
It's a D10.
Yes.
You can add to something.
Spider them. Spider them.
All right. Give me an acrobatics for your spider attack here.
Acrobatics.
You don't have to use Bardic unless you're gonna fail.
I got 16. We'll go 16. Feel good about that.
Okay. You all see Aaron kind of turn around and come back the way you came, because they're going up the garage door, up onto the ceiling again, and just kind of walking across the ceiling towards their goal. Now, on occasion, they do have to dodge out of the way of those giant stamp pads, but sort of from the other direction. The only real faltering here is on that last stamp pad that sort of rockets Aaron back to the ground. There's a little bit of violence there, Aaron. 2 bludgeoning damage as you're thrown back to the ground at the end of the puzzle here. You see Aaron land in a hero crouch at the end of this thing. And before you, Aaron, is that little keyhole in the garage door.
Aaron's gonna whip out Corey's key ring, and it has like some sort of charm on it that's like from, I don't know, Disneyland.
Disneyland.
And it's like a little,
Miseryland.
it's a little koala.
Disneyland.
Bisme.
Bismeyland, yeah. It's a little koala surfing.
I love Walt Disney.
Walt Disney. It's Malt Bisme. All right. And I stick a key. There's not that many. So I just find one that looks similar to the metal
Yeah.
around, and I stick it in the hole.
Totally. Fits. You turn that key, the garage door opens, and all these stamp pads stop.
Yes. You guys, this is why stealing is so good.
Hard to argue with you there, Aaron.
You stole that?
Well, I mean, I don't know, stealing. It's from, he was a criminal at the time.
It was appropriated.
Yeah.
Liberated.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were there when it happened.
Dora was putting nipple clamps on him. I was trying not to watch.
Trying not to.
Shut. No, we can't.
Enough stalling. Who is walking under the completely stopped stamp pads first?
Me.
Okay. One moment, please. There are 4 of you, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. Go ahead, Sojourn.
What do I do?
Just tell me you want to walk under those.
I'm walking under the stamp pads.
All right. You all watch Sojourn walk under the stamp pads and make it up to the garage door. No problem. Who's going next?
I'll go next.
I don't like this tone.
I don't
Blessings
either.
upon you all.
All right.
Doesn't look so bad.
Yeah, not so bad, guy. You step out, take your first tentative step, look up at the giant iron stamp pad ahead of you. Maybe 2 tons by your estimation.
No problem.
You see lava flowing all around you.
Better make this fast so that nothing happens.
You make it to the end.
Right?
You join them at the garage door into the next room.
I had no concerns about that.
Who's going next?
I'll go.
Okay.
I feel like he's just doing this to fuck with us.
All right, Doran, you walk up underneath that stamp pad. You dodge out of the way. It was some dripping molten steel from the last casting that happened here.
Okay.
Doran. In the blink of an eye, you take 10d6 force damage.
I think he can survive.
Yeah, you can.
Can I see what's hurting him? Or no?
I think it's a big stampy pad, probably.
Doran, that is 36 damage
Okay.
as the giant stamp pad suddenly clamps on top of you. I need you to roll a d20 con save.
+4?
28.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Doran, you avoid major injury here, but you still take the force damage.
Gee, I thought that thing was turned off.
This place has lurched back into motion. Doran, you start to feel the heat bubbling all around you.
Can someone get this off of me?
Aaron's gonna try to jiggle the key around and turn it
Aaron,
off
you
back.
keep turning the key and you look up and this readout above it says something. You have no fucking idea what it says, but it says a word.
I'm going to pull Doran out of there.
Yeah, Guy, you come back from the garage door and drag him through to safety. Ooh.
Sojourn, I can't figure this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna read what it says.
It says override.
Override. I don't know. What does that mean? That this doesn't work anymore?
It seems like it stops it for a little bit and then doesn't stop it anymore.
How far away are they?
You've got to make it through the whole facility, Poppy. It's another 50 feet under these stamp pads.
Everything is stamp pads?
Yep.
Okay. Are they moving in a pattern?
Yeah, they are actually. So
Okay.
it's like kind of in sequence, you know? Yeah.
Okay. As soon as the next one goes up, I'm going to run.
Okay.
And as soon as I'm within 30 feet, I'm going to Misty Step.
Okay. You still got to make that 20 feet on your own.
Yeah.
I need an athletics check out of you.
Athletics?
Athletics.
Why athletics?
You got to run.
I gave you a bardic inspo.
That's right.
Without the bardic inspiration, it's a 12.
Okay. You're in dire straits.
16.
I'm sorry, Poppy.
No.
You take 10d6 force damage as a stamp pad comes down on you.
Can I do something?
Perhaps?
So, Aaron, having seen what happened to Doran and watching this happen to Poppy, can I use my Bismite charge, like, to make a shield or something for Poppy to, like, help protect, or, like, a little, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of, like, Aaron's ability with Bismite is to create weapons and stuff, so I'm trying to make, like, a metal Bismite shield to protect them that may break the machine above her type of thing. Like, it can't press it down.
Sure, yeah. Poppy, you hear this cacophonous play out directly overhead. You can almost feel the pressure of this thing landing right above you. When you look, Aaron's just got their fist kind of pressed out in this thing. What they've done is they've created a massive solid steel support with their fist. You can see it's crushing their bones. Aaron, this hurts. This hurts like hell. Aaron, you take 2 bludgeoning damage as this thing crushes your hand down.
I'm gonna grab Poppy and slide her out.
Yeah.
Ouch, that hurt. Also, this is weird, and I'm like flailing a giant steel arm around,
It's
and
like,
then
you can barely
like-
move with this thing.
I'm gonna like,
Shaped like half a robot now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just slowly transform it back, but it's like kind of hard. I almost imagine it's not my normal change.
You're like
because it's-
reconfiguring your bones essentially as you bring that thing back. Yeah.
I almost died.
Poppy, oh my god, that was horrifying.
Thank you, Aaron.
Why did it happen?
I don't know, but Doran got messed up too.
Yeah.
So
Guy's gonna turn his attention back to Doran and say, I haven't done this before, but I think I can restore some of your life force.
That sounds great. I could use
Just
that.
hasn't come up. Yeah, I'm gonna give you 20 hit points from lay on hands.
Awesome.
20
Damn.
hit points.
Good as new.
Hit points.
do
Got
I?
a new fear now that I gotta sort through.
A new reason to wake up in the middle of the night.
It's like me falling, things falling on me.
Getting crushed by a giant machine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quick pop a bread and butter for Doran as well.
Okay, a little bit of healing there with the bread and
Yeah.
butter treat.
Use some
It's-
protein maybe one of these times, but
Are you fully healed?
No.
Are you still bad?
I'm fine.
We're going into a boss fight. It's 1d6 plus 3.
Okay.
And it gives the same amount to your temporary hit points as well.
Oh wow. All right. Pretty close to full.
Okay, I won't
Right.
worry about it then.
That readout on the door has changed from override, and now it says no access.
Wait, didn't the key open the next door though?
It was supposed to,
Oh, but it hasn't.
does not. Ever since it said override, and now it says no access.
Okay.
I guess the key only worked once.
I guess I'll take it out and put it back in my pocket.
I will investigate for other buttons
Sure.
and things of the sort.
Yeah.
14.
Is that with your +1?
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, Doran, not a whole lot here. There is a small kind of reinforced like glass panel where you can see into the next room, and it's just sort of an orange glow coming from that room.
Oh, guidance should still be on.
14. 16.
With a 16.
Okay.
Doran, you're like, oh shit, I didn't press enter. And you hit enter on the keypad. And all of a sudden that door opens. 3d6 fire damage to everyone here.
Yeah.
3d6.
Except you.
Do get half.
That is 12 fire damage to everybody here.
Except me and Doran.
Correct. With your backseat badges, you resist down to 6.
I think you should close that door, Doran.
I'm gonna go inside.
It's, well,
Are you stupid?
You all feel a wave of heat roll out from this room as that door opens. It's a little more bearable after it's open for a sec and the heat kind of equalizes in these rooms. But it is fucking unbearable for any of you but Sojourn and Doran here.
Does the track that Forge Master Bump was on, like higher up, like I'm almost imagining like a catwalk track, is that still visible in this room or is that gone now? Like we can't see that
It is
anymore.
visible in this room, yeah, but you don't see much of a path to get up there. It's about 20 feet up with no ladder.
No ladders. Ladders can't contain
where
me.
we're going, we don't need ladders.
I'm wondering if it's just more safe up there rather than in the fire area for us who are not protected from flame as much.
Sure.
So Aaron's gonna climb up there.
Okay. Aaron, when you get up there, you take 66 fire damage because heat rises.
You son of a bitch.
This isn't how I didn't go to school.
Go to school.
That's 27 fire damage, Aaron.
Guys, this is the
That was
most,
a good roll.
This is the most hurt I've been this whole campaign.
Good thing there's not a demigod at the end of this.
I'm ouchie.
Guy, you smell blood, coincidentally. You crit on a 19 or lower.
Oh,
Or 19 or
alright.
higher. 19 or higher, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Natural one, that's a crit.
Got him.
Aaron, do you come back down or do you suffer through this to stay up there?
No, I'm gonna come down.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Can I taste the air?
Yes.
Like a dowsing rod, kind of? Can I?
Yeah, go ahead,
Okay.
actually.
I've never gotten to do that before. What do you want me
Spicy.
to roll?
I don't know what we've done in the past, actually, for
I don't think
this.
we have.
Let's do perception, though.
Okay.
That makes the most sense to me.
Do I get advantage because it's Ganymede?
Absolutely not.
No?
Sorry, you do. You do.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, I thought that was.
That's the whole point.
Everyone else gets. Well, I don't need it. So, 24.
Very nice. Poppy, you kind of lash your tongue out in different directions here to taste the air.
Like a snake.
It's spicy in like every direction, but it is most spicy in one direction. You look in that direction, and what you see behind a sort of cage, a sort of enchanted box here, is a fire elemental. The source of heat in this entire room is coming from one entity, and it seems pained, Poppy. It's furious, and it's trapped. Observing that fire elemental still, you see a bunch of scrap being poured into its chamber, almost snuffing it out. It's landing on the fire elemental. It's in agony as this happens. And then you see it rise above and melt all that scrap down. And it flows into the casting room.
How far away is it?
Not too far from you. 20, 40 feet, somewhere like in there.
What's flowing in here?
A bunch of scrap metal is being pushed into this room, and then the fire elemental melts it down and pushes it into casting.
I think they're here against their will.
What are you talking about?
There's a fire elemental
Oh.
being used.
I feel like we should get them out of here, right? Or free them? If they're here against their will, maybe if we let them go, they'll cause enough chaos that it'll distract from us going in.
How do we convince them? Well, I can't even go in there.
Well, I can go in there and try and get them out.
It's another 9 fire damage, everyone here.
Oh, God.
4 for Doran and Sojourn.
I got an idea. I'll run in. So it's in a cage of some kind?
Yeah, the elemental itself is, yep.
Okay, I'm going to run in and attempt to use Dimension Door with the creature.
With the creature?
So
A flame elemental?
the flame elemental.
You have to touch the creature to dimension door them.
Yep. So
I'm of death.
it just has to be a willing creature.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to like gesture out,
Mm-hmm.
reach my hand in,
Mm-hmm.
and like kind of attempt to touch in the sense that it is a being.
Okay.
Touch it and attempt to teleport it out.
The first part of this is that willing creature part. I'm going to need you to make a persuasion check before anything, with disadvantage because you do not speak its language.
Well, do we know you don't speak elemental?
Speak a language, you say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay?
Does it speak Gnomish or Halfling?
Oh, actually, it's Sprechen Sie Deutsch.
I'm going to use an ability I have called Universal Speech.
Damn.
Nice.
Doran can Sprechen Sie. He can parley the voo if he has to.
So it basically just gives a creature, creatures can magically understand me. Like, hey, that looks miserable. I'll get you out. Just don't hurt us, because we didn't do this to you. I'll help you get out. You just have to trust me, okay?
It is miserable.
Oh, I can hear that in your voice. Oh, I'm going to have nightmares. I already do have nightmares.
Help me.
I'm trying. You're really hot. I'm going to reach my hand in and try to...
All right.
Dimension door it
That
up.
is 6d6 as it moves to touch you, Doran.
Yep. It's okay. Like, I think Guy can just heal me as a bunch. So.
Infinitely, yeah.
I wasted a cookie on you.
That is 19. We round that to 9 fire damage.
Okay.
And Dimension Door goes off.
Okay.
Where are you bringing it?
I'm going to bring it right back to the group.
Okay.
Because I didn't think that far ahead.
Cool. Everyone takes 6d6.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I just said to be safe here.
Can I have cast Resilient Sphere around myself?
26 fire damage to everyone here.
I am almost down.
Poppy, you can cast Resilient Sphere if you want to run that
you.
spell slot.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'm down to 2 hit points.
Oh, Doran, get out of here.
Okay, you got to go now.
This guy.
Whoever you are. I'm sorry, you're hurting us a lot.
Where do I go?
Just
Anywhere.
Sorry, I'm much less miserable now, but you need to help me. I feel like I can't survive on this plane. Where do I go? What do I do?
just go.
Please, my name is Alec. I need to start a new life for myself.
We have a ship. If you can make it to our ship, we can just head that way. Head that way.
Very good. Out the factory this way.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
What?
Thank you.
Any damage that you want to do this place along the way is great with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I will melt the beams of this place.
Awesome.
Please. He reaches out to shake your hand, Doran.
God damn it.
I take Aaron into the next room and cure wounds them.
Heal me. Yeah.
I go for a quick high five. It's like, sorry, this is
Unbelievable.
what I do here. We just do high fives.
You take 6 fire damage, rounded down to 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god.
How bad are you?
I'm bad.
Can I hamster wheel myself through the door?
Yes, you can hamster wheel yourself through the door. Yep, protected in your resilience sphere. Oh, take care of yourself. I hope to see you again someday.
At a distance, absolutely. It's a wonderful world out there. I hope you get a good chance to see it all.
Me too. And hey, great hair.
Oh, thanks. All right.
Yeah, he goes out the front door of the assembly line.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. You guys, that felt so good.
Is he gone?
It's so nice to actually like save someone, you know?
I'm gonna wheel my hamster ball into his shins.
Ouch.
Aaron is crispy and dying in the other room.
I'm sorry.
26.
It was just kind of a panic moment.
Why would you take it to us?
Oh, Sojourn, thank you.
I cure wounds Aaron for 26 HP.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm still not feeling very good, but thank you so much. If anyone has anything else. Wait, I have a healing potion. I'm taking a healing potion.
I also do. Do you remember what she gave us?
The bag?
The waitress, yeah.
A scroll of true seeing, invisibility potion, 2 potions of superior healing, rope and hook, 8 sticks of dynamite. I was going to take just one of my regular health potions. They're not superior healing.
Okay.
I have 2 of those myself. What's a normal health potion? Just like a basic one?
2d4 plus 2.
Did you say I also have 8 sticks of dynamite?
Correct.
So
And a
7.
scroll of not making it hot anymore.
Heck, I'll use the other one. Why not? I'm just going to I'm going to down 2 of them. Double fist in these little potions. I was struggling, so 6, 7, 8. Okay. We're doing a little better now. I'm up to half life.
Ooh.
All right.
Any more obstacles, and I'm not sure how we're going to be able to face Poppy's father.
Do we take a little break, a short rest?
Short
as
rest
someone
would be
say?
good.
Or is that a bad idea? It's not a safe place to do it.
We should probably not do that in this room because we did just free the fire elemental that was in this room.
This is still a hot room.
Yes, he may be melting the beams of the rest of this building as we speak.
Okay, next room.
Yeah, where do we go now?
You've all also gotten some subtle hints that Avon knows that you're
Yeah.
here.
Oh,
and
for sure.
infiltrating.
Oh, yeah.
The gracious part of this is that there is no sort of lock on the next room. You open that door easily, but this place is unlike anything you've ever experienced. You're in a hallway, a sort of hexagonal hallway made entirely of black glass. You see white rope lights running down the edges at every vertex, with the reflections in the glass giving it this infinite mirrored perspective. It's a sort of hexagonal terminal. You step onto that black glass, but where you step, you see a red rune emerge beneath your feet. And in an instant, this entire tunnel turns to a crimson red.
Can I Arcana check this?
Yeah,
18?
yeah. Poppy, you can tell that rune, it's a representation for fire magic, evocation.
Oh, great.
Hot room.
Everybody here takes,
No.
wow, 2 fire damage.
1.
That would have knocked out Aaron.
Can
I'm
I
gonna run.
step out of this, like out back the door?
You could step back out the door, I mean, after the damage hits you.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Unless there's a clear path forward where Sojourn is running towards, I guess.
Sojourn starts running forward. All right,
Can I tap the wall?
not before Sojourn runs forward.
Sergeant.
Not-
Sergeant.
sorry.
Sergeant.
Sergeant to you.
Sorry, sir.
No, Sarge, no!
Private Poppy at your service.
Not before Sojourn runs through. Sojourn,
Yep.
with your next step, the rest of you see under Sojourn's feet a red rune, a white rune, and then a purple rune. That is 8 lightning damage as you are zapped by lightning. And when the purple rune goes off, Sojourn, you are teleported to the front of this room again.
I back out of the door.
Yep.
How long is the room?
It's somewhere between like 80 and 100 feet from what you can tell.
Are there any doors? It's just a big hexagon.
Straight ass terminal. It's a hexagonal tunnel. Yeah.
Okay.
But on the ground, every time Sojourn steps, you see a hexagon illuminate beneath Sojourn's feet, illuminating with a rune of a different color, and it almost looks like these are different panels in the floor. You have no idea of knowing which area is which. You can't see these things.
I'm going to take out a handful of chocolate chips.
Okay?
Yeah, I was.
And I'm going to start scattering them.
Yeah, you throw them out onto the platform there.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to activate anything.
Damn it. Wasted good chocolate.
You see them slowly melting on the ground.
Are there any buttons?
None that you can see, Doran.
Could we try to see if Rune knows anything about this, or he said he was working on something to help us? Rune, you can hear me right now.
Yeah, sorry, it feels weird to, admit to it, but yeah, I can. Okay, so this room so far, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these panels. I mean, I can't see it, but I'm guessing it's something imperceptible. I mean, none of you can really see it. It might be indicated, magically, but none of you can see it.
Aaron's going to pull out a Bismite kaleidoscope that they have.
Yeah.
You guys, it helps to look at your items that you have in your list.
I don't have any telescopes.
I'm going to put it up to my eye and try to see if I can see anything special.
Aaron, you can immediately confirm that every hexagonal plate on the floor in this place is magically enchanted to create some kind of evocation effect.
Okay. Every single one.
Not every single one, but it's pretty dense.
Can I see, are they only on the floor? Are they on the wall, ceiling, everything?
They are on every surface, but with this kaleidoscope, it doesn't have the accuracy to tell you what you need. You can't see these invisible runes implanted on everything.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Who wants to try to go through, I guess?
That's your idea.
That's your idea.
I think
we should go on the other side of it. Okay, Guy, you want to go?
I could take some steps, sure, but I
it's okay.
highly suspect I will just end up back here like Sojourn did.
I'm going to cast Levitate on Guy. And if we give you a good push...
Why would you waste a spell?
Hello?
Quick question.
We're all
Is
scared.
anybody scared of this room?
I'm so scared.
Poppy...
It's going to be fine. Why don't we just try it? It's good.
My hand's been in the air for an hour.
Poppy, we're all going to die.
Poppy can levitate on her own with your shoes.
I can't propel myself. What's her face gave us the scroll of true seeing.
Is that in your items?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Sure is.
For the duration, the creature has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane. Would that help?
Poppy.
Sounds good.
You read over this scroll. What the fuck is that?
Scroll of troll sight.
Oh shit, I read it wrong.
I fucking love that. Yeah. Poppy, you read over this scroll of true sight. When you do, all of these runes become very clearly outlined and illuminated. You can see these green ones that emit toxic gas. You can see the white ones that emit lightning damage, the red ones that produce flames, the purple ones that bring you back to the start, and the gray ones that have no effect whatsoever. Sometimes on the floor, sometimes on the side of the wall where you have to run along the side of the wall in the hexagon shape here. That's how you get forward.
And that uses the scroll up?
Yeah, it does.
Follow me!
Wherever Poppy steps, you all can see this gray illuminated rune. It leaves you a sort of light trail for you all to follow.
Love it.
Good thinking, Poppy.
The DM gave us the hint all along.
All right. You enter onto some sort of observation deck, almost like a hospital surgery theater. And in the center of the floor below, you see Avon, hunched over a work table, with a dozen lights pointed down at his work. You see his lower body has been entirely replaced by this large mechanical spider apparatus. 8 mechanical legs guide him with speed and versatility, allowing him to stand tall and remain stable at all times. But even more disturbing than that is his face. Now fractured with a deadened mechanical eye and cracked skin, utterly unimpressed with your completely expected intrusion. He barely regards you as you enter the room, and he continues his work, and he says,
I wish I had had more time. It's quite unfortunate.
Poppy, are you ready for this?
I have to be. It's what we signed up for.
We've got your back.
Try talking to him.
Hi, Dad.
It seems to perturb him to some degree. He turns from his work only momentarily to look at you, and then Poppy, when he sees you, when he sees your face, he grimaces.
Well, that's not the reception I was hoping to have.
It's a shame. My first attempt. I had a daughter. A shame. I've had time to think, to perfect, to make better. All of these prototypes.
He gestures out at a bunch of pinches lining the walls here.
But I've got something better. A closer look, but only recently. Please, tell me what you think.
He steps away from his work on the table, and Poppy, it's a replica of you.
I knew it.
It's perfect. It's so much better in every way. No doubt, no hesitance, no distractions, no double chin.
Don't listen to him, Poppy.
My perfect daughter.
And he strokes the cheek of this silent automaton laying on the table.
I've made you perfect. And there were other attempts, yes, some of my proudest work.
And without looking, he kind of gestures up, and you see on the upper mezzanine here 4 figures. First, an elegant gold-trimmed design, immaculate craftsmanship and flawless detail, tensioned lute strings across its hollow chest. An exact replica of Doran in machine form.
Here we go.
You see a humanoid form with a smooth face and a single glowing eye. You see this thing move out its arm, and it begins to change shape. Its arm begins to mechanically transform into a giant gun barrel. You see a replica of Aaron able to change its shape to anything it wants at a moment's notice in mechanical form. You see a duplicate of Sojourn, 3 glowing rings circling her head like fey buds. You see one of her arms a bowed hand with a blade. You see clawed fingers, and all of those rings around her head line up when she takes bow shots. Of course, there's Guy, a giant bot with a separate head that begins to float off of the main body. You see it grab the hilt of its sword and twist as flames shoot out from every angle. And finally, Poppy.
Why did I have to be so cool?
Poppy stands from the operating table. A short, round face and a furnace belly that opens, and you see an army of pinches crawling out.
Ew.
Oh, I'm the mother.
Roll initiative.
No, thank you. Okay.
25.
10 for Doran.
16 for Poppy.
14.
All right. Combat begins. Poppy, it's a shame you didn't notice at first. This entire room, it's a washing machine. For convenience, Avon has transformed this room so that it has a central rotor so that he never has to move. The room rotates around him. But when he kind of weaponizes that, the entire thing spins and it sends you all flying in different directions, scattering your group. You all take 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die.
That is 8 bludgeoning damage against each of you as you're thrown against the outside walls of this room.
Dang.
You are all separated and scattered to the far edges.
I don't suppose my levitate boots would have mitigated any of that.
Yeah, Poppy, you kind of stand in place as the whole thing twists around you.
Okay.
All right, and Sojourn is up.
I don't feel good.
Sorry, Mecha Sojourn.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Sojourn with zeros for O's.
Yes. Sojourn, you feel a sudden anxiety around you. And you finally feel what it's like to be on the receiving end of Hunter's Mark.
Ugh.
You all of a sudden see it push out its bowed arm, that bladed bow that it has, and it draws back. And when it does, you see those 3 rings that spiral around its head. They all line up, and they create a sort of like targeting reticle over you, and it pulls that bowstring back to its maximum potential. 17 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 14 piercing damage for the first shot. 14 to hit.
No.
15 to hit.
No.
Okay. The other 2 shots, as you begin to move after that first shot, the first one lands into you. Excruciating pain. The second and third, you begin to move and you hear the whistling of those shots land. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Great. Yeah, I definitely have to do healing word on myself. Otherwise, I shall die.
How far away are we from each other?
You all got scattered except for you, Poppy. You can choose one person you want to be close to.
Can it be Sojourn?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to cast healing word on myself at a 3rd level.
Okay.
22. Okay, so I did that. That was my bonus action. And then I'm going to attack my bow. Attack the Mecha Sojourn. Dirty 20.
Yep, that hits.
Great. 10.
Okay.
Second attack. 21 to hit.
Yep.
10 more damage, so that's 20 total.
Okay. Yeah, you see a couple of solid landed hits on this duplicate of you, Sojourn, and it's strange to shoot at something that looks so similar to yourself. And next up is Poppy. Sorry, Mecha Poppy.
Poppy with zeros for O's.
Yeah. Poppy stands up from that operating table, and as it does, you see its belly open up, and it births 3 pinches immediately. They crawl out from its belly. It then points up at you, Poppy. You need to make a dex save.
Okay. Nope, I'm using lucky. It was a natural 1. 13.
No. Poppy, a spectral ram's head emerges from Robo Poppy and flies towards you.
And I'm levitating.
You are weightless, and you receive 9 bludgeoning damage as this thing pushes you across the room with this.
Okay.
In addition to that, 3 pinches have been added to the system here to take their own turns. It's your turn, Poppy.
Where am I now?
A little bit back from where you were, kind of pushed against the wall, but still kind of close to Sojourn.
Okay. Is drinking a healing potion an action or a
Bonus
bonus?
action.
I'm going to drink one. It's 8d4 plus 8. That's 30. I'm back to full. Okay.
Damn.
Those are really nice. I am going to Steel Wind Strike.
Okay.
I choose up to 5 creatures. So I'm going to hit each one.
All the copies?
All the copies. I'll ignore the pinches.
No Avon hits?
I don't know. Sojourn's got herself handled, so I'll do all the other ones and then end on Avon.
Yep, got it.
Okay, so I whip out my knife, and then I make melee spell attacks. So I don't know if you want to decide which order these go in.
Let's start with Doran here.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Hits. Aaron
Attacking the robots, right?
11.
does not hit.
Yeah, the robots.
Okay, just a second.
15.
That does hit Poppy.
Okay. 11 again.
Does not hit Guy.
21.
Hits Avon.
Okay, so it's 60, 10, 26. That's the first one.
Okay, that's Doran.
Okay, 40.
Okay,
And then this one's to Avon.
correct. You missed Guy and hit Avon.
23.
Okay.
To my dad.
Okay.
He's still in the center.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, this is not craftsmanship. This is plagiarism.
Cute. As soon as Avon gets damaged, the entire room begins to spin again in the opposite direction. This time, instead of just spinning, there's also heat involved. This is the dryer instead of the washer.
The heat coming from the
In the same
walls?
machine.
Basically coming up from the floor, like radiating.
Floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is 4 bludgeoning damage and 8 fire damage.
Boy.
All right. Next up is Aaron.
Oh, but Mecha Aaron.
Sorry, Mecha Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron, something takes aim at you. 16 to hit.
That does not hit. 16.
Meets it, beats it.
Oh, whoops! I did the opposite. Meets it, beats it.
Beats it, meets it.
Yep. Aaron is going to die. But that's fine. It's my time.
It's not.
With sneak attack, Aaron, that is 36 piercing damage.
You didn't say you were sneak attacking.
Duplicate Aaron, as a permanent upgrade to their system over you, has permanent sneak attack.
Cool. I'm dead. I'm down.
All right, Aaron is down.
So hold on. Death Ward would trigger.
Correct.
I'll leave.
Oh, you're
Yes,
at
you
1.
hit 0. You go back to 1. Your turn.
Okay. Aaron is going to burn and become a great beast Sesk, because that puts me up to 145 hit points.
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
yes.
Well, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yup.
Druid rules.
You all see this pink light envelop Aaron as they begin to burn their bismite energy, and their shape rapidly transforms.
Also, I think Sesk has some fire resistance, hopefully, because
Fire immunity, yep.
great. We love that.
You just solo these guys for us?
Oh, yeah, sure. All right. Sesk is going to coil, and I can grapple up to 5 targets by coiling around them, but I guess they have to be pretty close.
Correct, yep. And
Relatively.
they're all, like, perfectly spaced.
Okay, I'll just grapple the dad guy.
Okay,
Avon.
yeah, Avon in the center. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grapple the dead guy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grapple Dad.
Do I get
dead guy.
grapple?
No,
You'll
I
be
can,
okay.
I can not grapple
Okay.
you.
Yep.
Choose to not. So yeah, I just slither my big sexy body over there, and I'm gonna try to crush his. He's like a spider kind of.
He is. He's like a
body.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to crush
If you
all his
will.
legs.
Yeah, give me a grapple check on there.
Sucks. Wait, I still have bardic inspiration. 12 to grapple.
Avon is pretty physically inept. He got a 9 to grapple.
Yay.
Wow.
You've got him coiled.
Cool.
Dad bod.
I believe that's your turn.
Yep, I think that was my action. So I'm just here.
Guy.
Hi.
Sorry, robot guy.
Oh, you.
Begins charging toward you, Guy. You can tell. Sorry, I shouldn't give you that. Give me an insight check as Guy charges towards you, Guy.
I'm real good at those. 12.
Guy, you can tell that this version of Guy is giving its cohorts some imperceptible bonus. It is enhancing their teammates in some way that you don't. This is a linchpin to the whole system, taking out this automaton version of Guy.
Don't feel bad. You do help us all the
Yeah.
time.
As it charges you, it makes an attack.
It's not that
Damn me.
Finally.
Natural 1.
Yes.
That's a miss.
Guy, this thing comes charging towards you, revving its sword as it does. And it throws its sword at you. It lands at your feet without hitting you. The revable flame blade.
Oh. Oh.
It looks up at you with this stupefied look on its face. In addition to that, Guy, you can tell that thing I was hinting at earlier, it's giving all of its allies a +2 AC bonus just by being alive.
Okay. Thanks, guy.
It looks up at you and shrugs.
This is my turn.
Yes.
And then I have a cool new sword in front of me, which is a change.
Yeah, I'd never seen a cool new sword happen to Guy before.
I would like to pick up the sword as long as that's not a
Yep.
taking up any actions.
You can take it, free action, party movement.
Great. Okay. I also want to burn.
Okay, 24 AC. Perfect reprisal.
Yep. And based on the fact that the robots have will and Sojourn was able to feel what another robot was feeling, I think I would argue that these robots can experience fear.
Okay.
We'll see about that. So I'm going to use Channel Divinity to do Conquering Presence.
Okay.
Force chosen creatures within 30 feet to make a wisdom saving throw, or they became frightened for 1 minute.
All right.
Guy picks up the new sword and flames come up from his head and he says, "We will not be beaten by mere copies."
Yeah.
Guy, in that moment, you find out that there is a difference in automatons.
Uh-huh.
Forgemaster Bump is not the same as these creatures created here. These are without life, without consciousness, without a real soul. They fear nothing.
But what about Avon?
There's not much to fear at his point.
Really? Really?
You find them immune to the effect here.
That's too bad.
Dang.
You tried.
Yep.
Doran. Sorry, Robo-Doran.
Got him.
Got
Is
him.
Robo different from
Got him for the
Mech
5th
guy?
time. All right. Doran, this one looks down at you and throws a fireball. Dex save.
Robo-Doran is so predictable.
Robo-Doran. Burn.
Robo-Doran.
Why did I never take counterspell at any point? It's stupid. All right, here we go. Dex save?
Yep.
Do I get any bonus from Guy?
Yeah, you get +4.
Okay, so 12, 17.
You save from that.
Okay.
Half as much.
And it's fire damage.
Yes, it is.
Fourth as much.
34 halved is 17.
And then halved again.
Is 8.
Oh, it's getting a little chilly. Feeling good now. All right.
Shut up, Doran.
Is that it from
That's it from Robo-Doran.
Robo-Doran?
Yeah.
So I noticed Guy's effect didn't seem to take. I could tell he was trying to intimidate them.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at Robo-Guy, Robo-Doran, can I tell if they are Bismite powered?
They are.
Okay.
Give me an investigation check real quick.
Can I take it with advantage?
No, why would you do that?
I got 7.
Yeah, no. You can tell that they are Bismite powered. Straight up.
Okay, great. I'm going to do something.
You better. It's your turn.
I would hope so.
Yeah, don't take a lesson from me.
Well, we're going to figure more out as we go here. So I'm going to attempt to use unsettling words on the Guy one, and it's going to have a D10 penalty on a roll it's about to make.
Yep.
So that's my bonus action.
What are the unsettling words?
You're all pretty cold.
Fair.
It's unsettling.
It's unsettling.
unsettling.
That's unsettling. I'll give you that. It's unsettling.
You made me do this. All right, so I'm going to use one of my Bismite powers called Taking Power against Robo Guy.
Okay.
So it's going to be contested roll here.
Okay.
Except, Robo Guy has a -10.
Okay.
So it's a contested roll. It's just the difference.
Yeah.
My score with my Bismite is 22.
-7.
-7.
Oh, shit.
So the effect, I knew this would be good, but oh my god. Okay, the difference is how many spell slot levels equal to half the difference. So 14? So that's the amount of spell levels,
Yep.
and it's 10 psychic damage per spell level.
So that's 140 psychic damage.
140 damage, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I regain all my spells pretty much, so.
You all see the Guy automaton start to convulse and shake and rattle, and its hands fall off. And then you see its head fall off, and its body just kind of rattles to pieces, and the whole thing falls onto the ground. And Doran, you start to shake and convulse with this energy that's flooding into you. And you all start to feel the room start to shake and convulse at the same time.
Or it's the 7 coffees he had.
Espresso just kicking in.
But Doran,
Alright,
it doesn't stop.
Okay.
The floor keeps shaking, and you hear that same clarion doom play out. That bell, that shaking, that rattling, that cracking. The floor is breaking beneath you. And the rest of you see it too. This isn't a hallucination. This is happening. Dawn's Edge is splitting to pieces, and you're all falling. This is real, and it's over. You're too late, and you failed. The entire factory falls to pieces and it crumbles beneath you. This abrupt end to everything you've done, your entire adventure, it's over now. And this is it. And Doran, you pop your head off the pillow. And you are covered in sweat. And there are tears streaming down your face. But this time, you remember everything.
Okay.
What?
And that's where we ended.
What?
Thank you all so much for listening. I am Tim,
Honey,
your
what's wrong?
GM.
I'm Hannah playing Aaron.
Can I heal? Is this a long rest?
What's happening?
Did I die? I'm Tara and I play Sojourn.
I'm Thomas and I'm Guy.
I'm John. I play Doran.
I'm Maggie, and I thought I was Copy Kenmore.
Copy Kenmore.
Thanks so much for listening. What the fuck?
Share the show with people you love. We'll see you in the next one.
Perfect.
We already saw you once. We dreamt it.
If we had to redo that
Or
episode,
don't, because it was all
I
a dream.
It was all a dream.
Wow.